So guys, if you look behind me, the front end on the fake S63 is coming together, and you saw all the work that we've done on the E93. Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode. It's a nice cold crispy morning here in London. I'm cold, I need a hat. Oh god, it's cold. However, I am happy. As you can see by this smile, it's a nice day. We made a lot of progress on the BMW E93, the budget E93 that we got from Copart for £1,000. We made some major progress and we're gonna continue today. Let me show you what the plan is. So guys, you're gonna get two for the price of one in this video. If you look behind me, that's the fake S63 AMG, and I came down to the garage this morning and Akil had already gotten started on that. The BMW E93 is outside, so we're gonna get this front end assembled. We got a whole bunch of parts that's come in the post for this car, so we're gonna assemble the front end, get that car out, get the E93 in, and we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of work. We got some new parts for the E93 as well, and then hopefully we're gonna continue and prep for paint. So let's get to work. Akil went ahead and fitted the radiator pack. As you can see, we've got some brand new radiators on there, and now he's just making a phone call to get some extra parts. Once those parts come down, we'll be able to put on these headlights, put back on that front bumper, put on the top section of the front panel, and get this whole front end buckled down. Yeah, this is an easy job, man. So that's why I don't think it's enough to put into a whole episode. So we're gonna just add this into the E93 episode, get this one out as I said, and get the E93 back in here.
There's a big warning as well, and I got one little point on it. From the thermostat housing.
Alright you guys, so it's the turn of the BMW E93. It looks so nice. I am so happy with this car. But if you remember the last episode, we did the primer. It had a little bit of a spill right there with the primer. We put it on really thick, but remember all of that is going to be sanded down. But we don't want to start there. We're going to do that later on today. When we started the car, it was running a bit rough. The engine light is flashing. We stuck it on the diagnostic machine and I came up with a fault code for low oil pressure. So I started to panic, but check this out. This is a replacement oil filler cap, and the existing oil filler cap had a massive leak. For some reason it was leaking air. Hopefully once I fit this new oil filler cap, this will take care of all of those issues. So this is where we're gonna start. On a side note, remember I said in the last episode we're going to be getting rid of these two wings because this wing is just, this is crap, it's aftermarket. Have a look at the shape, everything is off. And on this side, have a look, remember I told you this is broken right there. So Akil last night, he went down to a Breakers whilst I was at work, and he's gotten two replacement wings, but they're from a breaker car, so they're going to be original BMW parts, the plastic wings just like the ones that came on this car. So the plan is we're gonna strip down this front end again hopefully for the last time, replace that wing and that wing. I'm gonna button up everything on the front end, and then once that's done, we can swap the car around, get the rear end, and continue working on that rear quarter, getting that ready for paint. So guys, I hope you're ready for a jam-packed episode. No more talking, let's get straight in, get down to some work. So there you have it guys, new oil filler cap is on. That is nice and solid. It's got some rubber seals on the inside, and that engine is running nice and smooth now. So if any of you guys have got a similar problem with any of your cars, mainly on the BMWs, always check to see if it's leaking air in here, because it really needs this to be sealed off to build up the pressure for the oil. If this is leaking, the oil pressure becomes compromised and that can damage your engine. So I'm happy with that. The engine light is on, but I can clear that. What I'm more worried about is the engine is running nice and smooth. With that sorted, let's get the front end torn down. So because I never buttoned down this front bumper completely, it was really easy to remove 4 screws, get that bumper off and just unplug the fog light. With the bumper out of the way, proceeded to remove that old rubbish aftermarket wing. That thing was giving me so much headache. I went ahead and repeated the same process on the driver's side, taking care not to damage any of the wiring underneath and making sure that all the screws came out with due diligence. I had to take the wheel off so I can access some of the more hidden screws, but that was a piece of cake. I made sure that I unplugged the wires so that didn't break, and happy days. Now have a look at the underside of this wing. There was no damage that carried through to the actual main body of the car on that side, so that was a result. Alrighty guys, as you've just seen, we've gotten those old, broken and dodgy wing panels off the car. It's now time to replace them with these, 1 and 2. These are 2 original BMW E93 wing panels that came off a breaker, and because they came off a breaker, I know that the fitment is gonna be good, they're gonna go on without an issue. So let's get them onto the car and then get, this guy, come on guys, talk to Akil, man. Right guys, so hopefully these go on without a hitch. We're gonna get the car buttoned up from the front end for the last time, hopefully. And like I said, we're gonna jump back onto the paintwork on the rear quarter. So let's get these on the car. Now with these new panels, I had to take my time not to cause any damage, but as they're original BMW parts, they slotted straight into place and they were easy to fit. I just repeated everything that I did before to remove them in reverse, and at this point, everything was going great. Angus came in, gave me some energy drinks, thank you, and with that done, I continued with cracking on with what I needed to. I had to pop in all the screws, and then I tagged in Akil to help speed up the process. Both wings on, we closed the bonnet just to check the body lines, and we knew that it needed a bit of adjustment, so we did that. With all of that sorted, we started to assemble the front bumper, and this time we're going to buckle it all the way down, because this is the last time that this bumper is going to be removed from the car. On the E92 and E93 models, it's got a very complicated and unnecessary bumper to wing assembly with all of these little plastic bits, so we were able to remove the broken ones, replace them with the used ones that we bought, and made sure that everything was nice and tucked. We repeated the same thing on the driving side, this time having to remove the wheels to give ourselves a bit more space and remove that water bottle so that we can access those hidden screws that are hidden behind that water bottle. The water bottle fitted, we went ahead and we added the splash guard and buttoned it all up underneath. This is going to add some extra rigidity as well as protecting the electronics from any splashes from water or rocks. On goes the wheel, and finally we can drop this car and see what these OEM wing panels are looking like. Check that out. The bumper, the bonnet, the wings, the gaps, everything is looking spot on with this car now, and this car is almost ready for paint. With all of that done, we turned our attention back to our fake S63 build, where we continue to assemble the front end. Here's the locking mechanisms for the bonnet. They just slotted into place and they're held in together with 2 number 10 bolts. That done, we had to get the radar assembly from the old broken front panel. that just slid right out, and we went ahead and fitted it to our new front end. Before tightening everything down, we made sure that we did a final adjustment just to make sure that everything lines up, and then we're going to torque all the bolts down to make sure that it stays in place. As you can see, the front panel on the S63, it comes in different parts, so it's like fitting a puzzle back together, and this thing is going together like a piece of cake. Front panel completed, we went ahead and we test fitted the headlights just to see what we're looking like in terms of body lines, and they were sweet. So we started to buckle those down, and then we move on with the front end. Have a look, we slapped on that front bumper and everything is looking nice as. Once again, we're going to go over the final lining up when it comes to paint. So guys, if you look behind me, the front end on the fake S63 is coming together. And you saw all the work that we've done on the E93. I'm going to catch you guys in the morning because it's getting a bit late, and then we're going to continue exactly where we left off. Right guys, so it's the next day here, and unfortunately this is where we have to end the video. And I know this is not what you expected, but trust me, we had such a crazy night and a crazy day with some cool, exciting things for the channel, and it will all be revealed very soon. If you want to see what happens next with this build or the other build, which is the fake S63, we knocked out a lot of work on both builds today. If you want to see what happens next on any one of those builds or my future builds, and trust me, I've got some things, I keep saying it and I keep dropping hints, I've got a lot up my sleeve, and it's going to be coming very, very soon on the channel. And if you want to see all of that, make sure you press that subscribe button and make sure your bells are on, because a lot is coming. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna head off. It's been a pleasure, and like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch, or click here to check out this playlist on one of my previous builds. And I'll catch you in the next one. We out.